good afternoon or good morning or maybe even good evening, depending where you are. Welcome to the Link to the Past Randomizer tournament. This is the second week of groups here. We're bringing you Scaryolive against Teto. The winner of this will actually get a bye and be able to go straight to brackets from this, though this is game one of a best of three, so they will have to win one more after today. Next week for the right to go to brackets. This is actually a really exciting matchup because Teto got here by pulling probably the biggest upset of the tournament so far and beating Supernin Taylor, who was seeded a full 100 ranks before Teto. But he swept him. Scaryolive had a much closer matchup, but is also here, and I know both runners are really going to be giving it their best today. I'm Drossi1, and I'm here with Scaryux. How are you today?
I am fine, thank you. Yourself and the rest of the chat?
I'm doing good. I was asking what Teto's sprite is. I don't actually know, do you?
I can't tell. Looks like a bear with some sort of weird helmet cape thing on his head. But yeah, if you want to watch the matches that they played, Scaryolive and Teto, the ones that they won, try to search through the VODs as much as you can, because yeah, that was a fun run.
Yeah, they both had really exciting round ones. Oh, and here we go. Teto will start off in Link's house, and
Olive goes to Sanctuary. So full heart at Link's house, map at Sanctuary, so we can expect the small game scene and escape. We got 5-6 crystal in the light world plus a blue pendant at Eastern.
that's the second match I've done in as many days where both 5-6 crystals were in the light world. I don't know if the seeds.
Okay, was that a vanilla-ish lamp, or
it did look vanilla-ish. Let's see what Uncle has. Maybe a totally vanilla sword.
Nope, just the whole entire family savings. And Aga's not gonna be taken out for just that little itty-bitty shield.
But I was going to say, Uncle liquidating his 401k definitely helps the runners get a good start once they get to Kakariko. They'll have bottle merchant money. If Teto doesn't find bombs, he'll be able to buy them easily. Looks like the bush crab's giving magic refills, and Scaryolive is loading up. And there's the mirror.
Speaking of magical items, nice street pull at 20. Oh, the bow at the thief drop.
Which, combined with the lamp, not that either runner has both items, but we know they're both accessible, puts Eastern in logic, so you wonder if there's going to be something in there despite the fact that it's a pendant.
I very much expect a full clear despite the pendant. It's a very short dungeon.
Yeah, it's short and it has 3 items. And we're also already only glove away from logical access to Tower of Hera.
That is true. And it could be near full clearable. They just need a hammer or a sword to beat the floor. So 20s, a mail and bombs, and the blinds huts. Let's in the back. It's 10 arrows for that boat.
Blue mail was nice at least.
And they need a little bit of ammo. Looks like Teto's not gonna check Blind's house yet. Probably gonna go to the shop and get some bombs. While checking the back of Tavern, which is the cape.
Cape and lamp. I'm...
Okay, maybe Aga's not so dead if they can't find a good way to Dark World. And mostly money and the well. It's not that bad though. They need a lot of. They have Zora money, bottle vendor money, for bombos for that.
That could well be necessary.
Depending on entrances for Mire and Turtle Rock, as well as Ice Palace with access if that's needed.
Of course, we have no idea which ones of those might be pendants, and therefore totally unnecessary. We saw a seed where no medallions were used for the entire duration of the seed.
Well, we know at least one of those three have to be a crystal. I mean, of Ice Palace, Mire, and Turtle Rock. Hopefully, the latter two will not be necessary. At least for the sake of these runners.
And Scaryolive's going to give us a look at the library here. Just a piece of heart.
Meanwhile, Race Game is gonna just have a vanilla piece of heart.
So Kakariko wasn't too great today. Basically, we got the cape and the bombos out of there, and the blue mail wasn't bad either.
A good amount of money, though.
That is true. These runners are gonna have no problem paying Zora when they get there.
Gonna see a little one of our minor glitches here, the block deletion glitch. It's basically a one frame-ish trick where you push the block and press the mirror, press the A button with the mirror equipped. A, that meant Y. Y button with the mirror equipped, and delete the block.
It only works in caves though, because if you try to use it in dungeons, it'll give the mirror its normal functionality and warp you to the entrance, so every so often you'll see a runner do that, and it's something you really want to try not to do.
Especially in one of the more useful places like Ice Palace, which is also one of the biggest slogs of dungeons to go through when you're not in go mode.
But yes, it's saving the runners multiple trips inside the dam, because this way on one trip they can both get the treasure chest and pull the lever.
So
Scaryolive...
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just saying, a little bit unorthodox to have gone to the desert. He didn't even check Desert Ledge while he was there just for the information.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's kind of... I've seen this play a few times. Go to Dam and then go to Gina because it's a little out of the way, and then come back for Many Moldorm. But it's not checking Desert. Desert Ledge is kind of weird. So On to menu. Okay, we have the book, red potion, red mail, 10 arrows, and 20 rupees. Lots of red.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8-minute red mail. You know, shows why you might not want to do Agena quite so early, because now with the book, that opens up Desert, which may be boots locked, but certainly the item on Desert Ledge is now obtainable, which we don't know what it is because Scaryolive didn't check it.
Yep. That book definitely incentivizes us trying to go to Desert. Maybe after Easter, though.
It might be boots locked, and we definitely can't go to the back without the glove. But there's the Moon Pearl and Ice cave.
Yeah, that was one frozen clam that they got the pearl out of. Teto taking a little safe against those crabs. 1 heart. Even though he's on red mail, I believe they take 1 heart of damage.
No, Scaryolive just got hit, and it was half a heart.
Yeah, I forgot. Green mail was 2, blue mail was 1, and it's half a heart with red.
And Teto now fake flippering up to Hobo. Actually, he's first going to check the island.
Which, for...
Which... Oh, I was going to...
I was just gonna say, they're probably not gonna get that Hylia island item, and Hobo just gave up his hearts. That's some weird heart surgery there.
Live organ donation. Scaryolive has now picked up his lamp and the family bank account.
And since he has
and Scaryolive has gone... Oh. Yeah, I was just saying he's going to give us our first look at Escape, though we don't yet know whether the back will be accessible.
But Hammer, on the other hand, is found in a waterfall fairy. Hammer was Flipper's locked the seed.
Okay, we are now glove away from not needing Aga after all. Except that Aga might be logically required if Flippers are in the Dark World.
That's gonna be one heck of a logic chain if that's the case. And more open heart surgery on Teto's side.
Well, if that's a piece of heart, was it a ventricle or an atrium?
Well, it's too small to be the aorta, so...
Probably just an atrium.
So you got Teto going to eastern area right now. And looks like the back of Escape potentially might be gloves locked. And looks like our green pendant's at Swamp.
Well, as long as Sahasrahla doesn't have anything useful, hopefully that means the runners can skip Swamp. And Scaryolive going to check Dark Cross chest. If it does not contain a key, we have no way to get at the back of escape right now.
And our Dark Cross item for today is the small key. He can go to the back.
Now we just have to see if the back was worth anything for the trouble.
We at least know it's gonna be 3 items, since we did see that key just now, plus the map at Sanctuary. First chest in the eastern was just a compass. Okay, that's a mean glove game. That's a pretty mean glove.
It does, however, mean that if you break flipper logic, AGA is not required.
Is Scaryolive doing a desert play right now?
Well, if it's not boots locked, it's full clearable.
I'll on the very hopeful side, be able to get the boots at the ledge. So, very first item in Eastern was 300 rupees.
And we should also note that fighting Lanmo with wooden arrows is tough. And in fact, it's the vanilla NMG strat for defeating Lanmo here.
Was it like 3 arrows per landmo to kill them?
3 or 4, I can't even remember.
Me neither. It's been such a long time since I've watched an NMG run.
Oh, Scaryolive's going straight for the torch to... Oh no, he is going to the one chest he can get first, and then he'll check the torch.
So not boots locked yet. Ooh, first sword at the vanilla big key chest at Eastern. That's nice to find. Now that would, once Teto gets the back escape, that would incentivize going to Hera.
Right, because we now do have Hera access with that glove.
And desert is boots locked. We did not find the big key on the east side of desert.
Right, so by process of elimination, it must be on the torch, and desert is boots locked. So, to answer chat, Olive did a Gina on a previous trip to desert. Did we even see what was on Desert Ledge? I forget already.
It was a single rupee, 1 of 2.
Ah. Part of the collector's set, in other words.
Yep.
And Teto on to Armos Knights now.
Having a bit of a rough start. He's not getting... He messed up his setup for the quick kill.
Well, it's okay. If he runs out of arrows, he can always use boomerang strats.
He does have the sword, mind you. And I would not, even though I'm a troll and ask for tower room for GT, I would not ask anybody to do boomerang Armos.
So unless there's something on Ped, it seems like the sword was the only useful thing to get out of Eastern.
let's see where Teto goes. Would he go to back escape first, or would he go to desert?
Hopefully he'll go to... No, he's going down to desert, unfortunately. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter since he can't get to the back anyway, because the big key is on the torch.
That and well, he still needs to get those gloves.
Right, I'm just saying that even if he had the gloves, it wouldn't help him because the big key's on the torch.
Right, forgot.
So the runners will just be retracing each other's footsteps for a bit. But while they do that, we should use this time to just give an overview of where we're at in the tournament. These groups are a double elimination mini tournament, if you will. Since this is the second week of group play, after this week, one runner in each group will have won 2 and clinched a spot in brackets. One runner will have lost 2 and been eliminated from the tournament, and the other 2 remaining runners will be playing next week for an all-or-nothing winner go home. And
Based on... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, I was just going to say, if you clinch your spot this week, the other advantage is in the 64 top 32 seats.
And I was just gonna say, based off my experience, just feels like a fighting game tournament style seating, shall we say. Because that's basically how they do. This is basically how we call, instead of groups, we call it pools. Hence the phrase drowning in pools. Hopefully these guys won't. And Scaryolive gonna skip Armos for a time being. Not a bad idea based on what we already know.
And with that sword, he has everything he needs to beat Moldorm. Teto, once he gets the glove, actually has East Death Mountain access as well, thanks to that out-of-logic hand. And it looks like he's gonna head for it.
On Olive's side, if he doesn't find the hook shot, he won't be able to access that.
So there are 5 items Olive will have access to, and he can use the book to see what's on Ether tablet.
Just 3 bombs on the old man. Must be a minor.
And after this, I think we'll have seen everything in Logic. Does that sound right to you?
Yeah, but considering, unless they find the flippers close by, yeah, that's pretty much everything.
So, oh, and just 20 on Spectacle Rock. What's in Spectacle Rock? Another shield we're not getting. Okay, so if there's no progression in Tower of Hera, the sea...
Yeah, the seed is forcing Aga 1 play. Our tablet's just a piece of art.
So then the question is, if there's no progression in here, will Scaryolive fake Flipper or will he just do Aga?
He has the money. I would hope he would do fake flipper first. Or check that shovel if he doesn't find like the hook shot up here. Or the flippers. To answer your question, Chad, we checked Zora. It was just a piece of heart. It was more Waterfall Fairy that was the most important because we have a sequence broken hammer from there. That's both items in Hera, unless there's something on the dig spot. Logically, we have to go through Aga Tower.
And Teto picks up his glove and has Dark World access. That hammer will also make for a much faster Moldorm fight when Teto gets up here.
If he decides to go up there right now or head straight to Village of Outcasts.
Okay, I guess he's going for Village of Outcasts. Interesting, because he does have East Death Mountain access, and there are an additional 8 checks over there. But Scaryolive does pick up the first crystal of the game about 25 minutes in.
So you gotta save and quit. Probably gotta see him check the dig spot, and then we'll see if he goes fake flippering or up Gaga Tower. And we'll see if Teto's gonna go north to Skull Woods or south to Village of Outcasts.
Probably depends on the map check and what items, what crystals and pendants are.
Well, our last pendant is pod, so both technically not required to get into Ganon's tower. Still gonna be needed to complete it, however.
I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, since it was so early. And Dig Spot had nothing, so yeah, this is a confirmed Agaseed. Oh yeah, there is Sick Kid, as Chat's pointing
Right,
out.
that bottle. Oh, and hey, Bombo's got some use there.
Yes, those Gibdos got wrapped up in flames, and now we've confirmed it's Aga 1 seed. We just got the Sick Kid's allowance.
Oh, Teto must be going to do a ped check. Because he can't get into the back of Skull Woods, so the only reason to go back here would be to check ped. And unfortunately, Scaryolive's following logic and doing Aga.
Okay, get your ped hypes in chat. Okay, vanilla sword in the ped. Oh god.
I don't think we're going to be seeing Butter Sword this seed.
What would be worse if that was our logical second sword and maybe the other swords at Bombo's tab? Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So Teto's checking rest of Skull Woods, gets key. I don't remember what he got from the vanilla big key chest. Was it worth anything?
Um,
Because Teto's just finding keys right now. Speaking of, this room used to be just a key, but the logic was changed. And we got a piece of heart. Because because he wants to get rid of the potential for soft lock, but you can always save and quit. And Skull Woods is empty for items. It's, well, bone dry. Just a piece of heart and 3 bombs.
so 3 items in Village of Outcasts. Oh, he's not going. Oh, he has the cape. He's going to check Bumper Ledge.
Yeah,
And
he's
he's-
gonna get that powder.
And if he's up this way, he might actually just mirror and do Death Mountain. Who knows? Well, watch out for that mirror.
Or you can check a graveyard ledge. Since it's a little out of the way, I'm kind of questioning whether to wait till you have like the boots or something, so you can route it in with King's Tomb.
Right, the only problem there is if boots are on Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, there's that.
Meanwhile, if you want to guess how many blue balls Aga will shoot out today, feel free to do so. Number between 0 and 15.
And we already got a couple of 3 15s in chat. I usually guess 15 myself, because one can dream, but nope, not gonna happen today.
Yep, those first 2 energy balls now mean that nothing higher than 7 is possible. Nothing higher than 3 is possible. As a kid, I totally didn't know that the way to avoid the lightning is to just be at the top of the screen.
And that's one blue ball. That was just one blue ball from Aga. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to congratulate Mystic Gaming.
Pyramid Ledge hooks you up, shall we say.
So that's our logical access to East Death Mountain.
And our logical access to West Dark World, I think? Question mark, question mark?
Yeah, because Glove and Hookshot are what it takes to get over to West Dark World from here, without the hammer.
Olive having a few issues with a mirror box.
Bit of trouble with that mirroring.
And
I
based...
guess he...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, based
think
on
we're-
chat, because I hadn't been watching Teto's screen, there's nothing in the front four of Thieves Town.
But just to answer chat, Thieves is not hammerlocked. If you get the key in front, it is definitely not hammerlocked unless there's specifically an important item in the big chest. Even then, that doesn't stop you from doing blind.
So basically, Thieves is not hammer locked. It's not full clearable without the hammer. That's what we mean. So let's see what Paradox got for us. Oh, half magic is nice. 20 rupees. Mini Moldorm portion has 20 rupees, which is the same on top of Thieves Town. Heart piece, 100 rupees, and 20 rupees again. That's not a very good paradox. Aside from half magic.
Well, all that money is kind of screaming, go to Zora, and maybe while you're at it, check the waterfall cave out of law.
Vanilla heart piece at the faraway mountaintop. And I think everything screams the progression has to be in our resident sleeper cave. Well, actually, never mind. There's still hookshot across the dark river.
Right, there's Pod. There's Catfish. Ooh, there's the flute and Blind Death's Cell.
And we got a Cane of Burna at at the end of Spiral Cave. And I guess Blind was a musician this seed.
And that hammer was just locking us out of a heart container.
Not progression, but 7 hearts is nice.
Yes, and if Olive goes in there without the hammer, then he'll kind of have it hanging over him. Of, is there anything important I missed?
Yeah, you hate having those things on your mind.
But instead, Olive's gonna either check Catfish or Hookshot over. Looks like Hookshot over. While Teto takes down Blind. Not much of a reward, but it's Teto's first crystal.
Yes, indeed. The thieves were pretty bad at their thievery today.
Ah, that flute was something.
Well, yeah, that is true. Since we do know that Mire is necessary. And speaking of, Teto's gonna activate the duck. And just 50 rupees at Graveyard Ledge. They're not gonna pick that up. They have enough money.
Yeah, they have enough money to get through the rest of the game and fill as many bottles as they need. Oh, and Teto, having picked up the powder and having the hammer, can do Magic Bat right now.
Yeah, that secret sprig of Teto's is really working out for him in the routing. The only issue he might have is Pyramid Ledge. Okay, Olive almost skipped the powder, but they realized what it was.
Yeah, Teto did a much faster double take after realizing it was powder. Olive was almost off the screen. Not that Magic Bat had anything important.
Yeah, he just threw money at you for some reason.
Teto fluting back to his mirror portal. I'm imagining he's going to do the full walk around the south side here. Hopefully winding up at Pyramid and getting his hook shot.
And not going straight to pod. Because it is tempting, let's not kid ourselves there. Pod basically is full clearable. And by going through the front, Scaryolive is going to find out that Skull Woods doesn't really have any progression. And which is faster than what Teto did from going to back to front.
Yeah, he won't need to waste his time getting to the vanilla big key chest. And Shovel Game just has a vanilla piece of heart.
Let's see what Stumpy has, and okay, for some reason this was mine. It's gonna be arrows, and well, he had arrows. He took pieces of his arm or somewhere else on his body.
That's a disturbing thought. And just a big 20 in K45.
And now on to the Cave of Questionable Worth, as we've been calling it lately, I guess.
I was hoping he'd take a detour and check Bombos, but I guess not.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It feels a little out of way for one check versus 5.
Yes, but my curiosity needs to be satisfied.
Okay, that's a little weird. Going through Hyde Cave, going back to front. For lots of bombs.
Wow. That is a negative value hype cave, and I say negative simply because it took him that time to check everything.
Yeah, it blew like 12 times over.
Now he's checking Bombos.
And this was something I was a little worried about because when he's gonna check Pyramid Ledge.
And Scaryolive is in Thieves Town, where he can clear the dungeon except for that heart can over his head too much. Okay, heart container on Bombos.
Yep, just 1 1/4 heart on the tablets today. Must be medicine.
Well, you know, the doctor always says take 2 and call me in the morning, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, chat's saying that Catfish or Pod must have progression, and I think that's right.
Yeah, those are only places that we haven't checked. They're just retreading what the other runner has done.
Nothing like a good pendant pod dive.
Unfortunately, Olive takes death and the Hellway, which is super aptly named. And he's not gonna go back to finish it.
You'd be waiting for more health? Because the thing about Hellways is traps, spikes, things like that always take a full heart off you regardless of what armor you're wearing.
Yes, indeed. He may also be waiting on the hammer. He probably does not want to have yet another thing on his mind.
Well, given his poor health situation, maybe he'll pick up the piece of heart here.
For his... go ahead.
Yeah, he did. I was gonna say, farming heart pieces is kind of slow, but that did give him his 6th heart. Teto playing whack-a-mole with the octopodes.
That's their official name?
I mean, that's the official plural of octopus, but I think they have a fancier name than octopus.
So Teto's gonna have a faster, or hopefully faster, Moldorm fight with that hammer, but you know Moldorm always gonna troll. And just as I say that...
Apparently they're called hard hat... Chat's now saying the same thing. They don't really look like beetles.
Yeah, they're missing that stem thing on their nose, while Teto takes yet another fall to Moldor.
Well, so much for me saying he'd have an easier time with that hammer.
Maybe if he kept the sword out while he's trying to hammer, it might help. But never mind, 3rd time's the charm. So that's Teto's 2nd crystal of the game. Let's see what he does after he goes through East Death Mountain and finds just the Cane of Verna.
And it looks like Olive's making his way to Pod. So we will see what there is in there. Helmasaur isn't accessible without the hammer, but with the bow he can get at everything else.
He may also mirror out and go after Armo since he did leave an item there, which we know is nothing, but it's on his mind, or it should be. To answer your question, chat, the hammer was sequence broken out of Waterfall Fairy. The hammer's basically Flipper's Lock. Which is what I'm guessing we're most likely gonna find in Pod, because or we could just find the Titan Smith. That's another thing we could find.
It also means that Pod is bow locked, but we have the bow, so what do we care?
Yeah, considering the bow was not like, what, 3 minutes in?
Yeah, it was in the Thieves' hideout.
No, we usually joke that early ice rod means a pendant TR, not early bow means pendants Eastern and pod.
So I think Teto at this point has been everywhere except Pyramid Ledge, Catfish, and Pod, right?
And, well, he's gonna check shovel spot, but yeah.
Oh, right, because he only just got the shovel.
And that right side pod definitely says bow locked if it's the big key and the small key.
Which means that everything remaining on the left side of the front is small keys, so if Scaryolive remembers this, he won't have to go up to the vanilla big key chest.
He's
And
probably.
finding that flute... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say.
I was just saying finding that flute was nice because Teto's just fluting to 5.
Yep, go through pod, probably take a look at Pyramid Fairy, then hopefully Catfish afterward.
Okay, Scaryolive's not counting items because he is burning a key to get a key.
And probably gonna drop down, find yet another key.
He necessarily will. I want to see a pod sometime where all 6 keys are in the front just because.
That's probably a 1 in, what, 2 million seed possibility? So, Terrell chest, there's 10 bombs, otherwise known as the Uncle Bombs, because that's what's used for Uncle Assured.
Oh, and meanwhile, Teto left pod immediately as soon as he got those mitts, and he's now in Mire area. Back in pod... Oh, and I totally missed that medallion check on Mire.
I couldn't tell if that was Quake or Bombos. I could see there's a little bit. Ooh, that Teto made a mistake. Teto made a big mistake.
Well, that was a nice Mire shed, and that was also a nice back of pod.
Silvers are good. Red Cane's so much better.
Between the two of them, you can get to Vitreous and kill him quickly to boot. But without either the boots or the hookshot, Teto could get into Mire if he wanted.
Yeah, Teto's missing quite a few pieces of the logic right now. Even though he did do that fake flippers to get the hammer, it actually might be costing him a little bit.
Well, at the moment, what's costing him is just that he thought, well, those Titan's mitts are my progression, I can ignore the rest of Pod and East Dark World. Except we know that he's gonna have to come back there for the hookshot and the cane.
Teto starting up the Smith's chain. I'm wondering if Olive is doing the same thing, actually, since they both have the mitts.
Probably, though Teto can also do the hammer pegs. It's amazing what different item collections they have at this point. Teto has the hammer and the flute, Olive has the hookshot and the red cane. And they're both gonna need each other's items before long.
Difference here being that Olive is gonna most likely go back, has to go back to Thieves Town and probably gonna check the first floor because Thieves Town is a crystal, but Teto might not do the same for Pod. He might last location that Red King. And another retrace.
Well, let's think.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's think where Teto now has logical access to as well as logical breaking access to. He could fake Flipper and get into Ice Palace. And once there, well, depends on the key placement. It could be hookshot locked, especially since he doesn't have the red cane. So, probably not going to do Ice Palace. Can't do anything in Turtle Rock without the red cane.
No flippers for Swamp.
So, he may last location Pod, but it's going to come up relatively soon because he's running out of locations.
And Purple Chest has just the Bloopy.
Yeah, unless Teto does something totally crazy and breaks logic again to go into Ice Palace, I don't see where he can go other than East Dark World. And there's 6 checks up there. Oh, but he doesn't have the hookshot, so he can't do anything in Hookshot Cave.
And he just bought a potion. And fluted to 8.
Oh no. Really?
I hope he knows the bomb jump for the hookshot room, but that's the tougher of the 2 bomb jumps in Ice Palace.
Meanwhile, Scaryolive with the hookshot does have access to all 6 items up here.
Super Bunny starts us off with the Fire Rod and the Master Sword.
Well, that's a pretty necessary dive. Now he can finish Skull Woods, it won't get him.
Meanwhile, Turtle Rock is Bombos, which we do have. He can actually dive in there.
No, he can't. He doesn't have the hammer yet.
Alright. Oops. Which means Flippers here or in Meyer. Oh, we got Ice Rod too.
So once he gets that hammer, he can full clear Turtle Rock.
So can we confirm Flippers in Meyer now?
Flippers in Catfish?
There's that.
But yes, I guess Meyer and Catfish are the only in-logic locations we haven't seen yet.
Somebody in chat also thinking maybe flippers in desert, possibly land molas, or big chest for that matter.
Then we'd have to get the boots first. Oh, no, because we can... No, we would still need to get the boots first because we can't do anything without that big key.
Which we know is on the desert torch.
Yeah, I think what we're learning from Teto now is breaking logic giveth and breaking logic taketh away.
Yes, indeed. Just the blue bottle so far. I didn't see the other two chests for Teto side, but it doesn't look like there was anything. And looks like Scaryolive's gonna finally get his flute, hopefully.
In that Ice Palace is logically hookshot locked.
Yeah, feels bad, man, for Teto for not checking Pyramid Ledge.
To answer chat, boots can logically be on a torch in beatable mode, but this is 100% inventory mode, so they can't. Beatable mode is actually a new feature in version 31, and we've had some daily races with it, but it hasn't been used in tournaments.
Has there been a beatable C that's shown up on the daily, that had boots on torch yet?
No, but I've seen one that had Ice Rod on pedestal with Turtle Rock being a pendant.
Okay, my brain just farted hearing that.
I mean, beatable's great. You just have to be prepared to do Ganon Master Sword Silverless because there's no guarantee that any further sword upgrades or silver hours will be accessible. And Scaryolive picks up his flute.
Teto remembering that he doesn't have a hook shot to do the block clip, bombs the hole, only gets a heart container out of the big chest.
Is that our second item or our third?
Might have been our third. I don't remember what was the first two chests.
Well, there was that bottle of blue goo, and I don't remember if he got another item.
So hammer, cold stare. This is gonna be fun.
Not something you see every day. Can we damage Cold Stare with Fighter Sword spin attacks? Teto just did one, but I don't know if it actually damaged him.
I'm not quite sure. Does Master Sword regular slash damage cold stare?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because as I recall, the a lower sword spin slash is the equivalent to a higher sword's regular slash. And
Yeah,
there's our third
usually.
item in ice. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying it usually is, but there are exceptions to all rules in this game, especially when it comes to bosses.
So Teto has his third crystal in this game. And Scaryolive is gonna go into the mire area. Maybe we'll see what the metal requirement is, and it's Quake, which is, well,
In
under
Mire
the door.
Shed, so. So Teto going up Death Mountain again without the hook shot. He's going to be able to open Turtle Rock, but he won't be able to go in. But he will get his Fire Rod and Master Sword while he's up here.
Unless he knows how to hover. Probably not, though, since that is a very high-level skill.
And once you're inside, you need to be able to hover diagonally, too, which is even harder. Oh, and they're also remarking, you need the boots to hover.
Yeah, that kind of slipped my mind. Oops.
So yeah, one of the two items in Mire or the item on Catfish must either be the flippers or something like the boots that leads to the flippers.
So some chain of mushroom to boots to flippers.
Most likely. Or boots to mushroom to flippers. Oh, Olive, watch out for that Beamos.
Yeah, you don't want to see eye to eye with that monster.
This is where having the powder really comes in handy.
And there are a lot of anti-fairies in Mire.
So Teto picks up his Fire Rod and Master Sword.
Based on his routing, I'm assuming a trip to Spike Cave.
Yes, which he can check with his out-of-logic hammer. And having the blue cane and the cape and half magic. There are flippers.
Now we're back in logic.
Or at least Teto will be once he goes into Mire, which he will first need the hook shot to do.
Unless for some weird reason the boots are in Spike Cave. Which, actually, no, that will make sense, but that'd be out of logic as well.
So maybe Teto... The question is whether he'll go back into Pod and get his red cane.
I think that's a yes.
Well, since he didn't defeat Aga, that's his best access to Eastside Dark World regardless.
But he's also going north of that spot, so yeah,
True.
he's going back. To answer your question, chat, Pet is actually a vanilla sword.
Did we see the compass in Pod? Or is Helmasaur holding the compass? That is Helmasaur holding the compass or an item? Because I remember seeing the map.
Yeah, I remember seeing the map. I don't remember seeing the compass. I think you're right.
Well, if we haven't seen the compass, we've gotten all the items out of Pod on Scaryolive's side.
As well as Meyer, because he I think we got all the items because he didn't check the vanilla big key chest or the west.
He could be
or the east side.
gambling on Vitreous having an item.
There is that.
Let's see if Teto is a key counter here. And the thing about Vitreous with silver arrows is high vidi, by vidi.
Yeah, basically blink and you miss.
Okay, and chat telling us that the second item in Meyer was a big 20.
The most common item in the game. Okay, Scaryolive flutes to 8. I hope he's not going into ice. Please don't go to ice. Thank you, thank you.
Okay, and Teto did count keys in the front. He knows the two chests he didn't open are both keys.
Are you gonna see rage slashes? No, but we did see that pause.
Sometimes the pause is even better than rage slashes when you just realize that, you know, the runner's brain is processing what just happened.
Probably angry at himself he forgot to do this. But yeah, the logic of the seed was pretty nuts that you need to go to Meyer to get the flippers to get the hammer. Well, Pyramid Ledge, Aga Seed to get Hookshot from Pyramid Ledge, to get Flute from to get to Pod, to get the Red Cane and Mids. You know what? I'm not going to resuscitate that.
Well, the red cane was only necessary to avoid a Meyer double dip.
That is true.
But it looks like Scaryolive is now saying, well, I have everything I need to beat Turtle Rock. It has more items than Ice Palace, so I'm going to hope the boots are back here.
Which, as we've seen, was a good call, since on Teto's side there was really nothing there, just a bottle.
Yeah, basically Turtle Rock and Swamp are the most likely places for boots at this point, because I can't think of too many other places we haven't checked.
Still, that lonely catfish might have it.
And Teto still hasn't picked up the hook shot. He got his red.
Yeah, this is gonna be a problem for him since we know Ice Rod is in Hookshot Cave.
Was it in the first chest in Hookshot Cave or farther down? I don't remember. I think it was the first chest.
You know what? I think it was just boots locked. It was just that first chest.
Yeah, so if he turns up the boots here, he could go out to Hookshot Cave and find it.
I hope for his sake, that's either super early in or very deep in Laser Bridge because of mirror portals.
So it's kind of funny that both of our runners are a room apart now with the same number of crystals, but still at somewhat different spots in the game. And notice that Teto has to actually do this room the way the game intended you to.
And he remembered as well, so he doesn't go through that loop-de-loop. Because we know we've seen that multiple times in many tourneys.
And chat discussing the boots. Yes, the boots are Scaryolive's Go Mode item.
Yeah, well, with that in mind, this is good that he didn't do ice as ice, so he can go mode ice.
Well, he might still open a few things looking for Tempered Sword.
Yeah, maybe just like the chests along the way, since you're gonna go be there anyway. Okay, I've never seen the bunny sprite for Zero Suit Samus, so it's kind of funny seeing that Metroid there. That makes sense.
Cute bunny sprite for whatever that is on Teto's side.
I believe someone in chat finally mentioned that Teto sprite is from Shining Force.
A game with which I am completely unfamiliar.
Same.
And Scaryolive really needs more health one way or another.
Yeah, he is very health starved this seed.
I don't think he checked Bombos, though, so maybe he'll check Bombos on his way over to Desert.
Yeah, that'll be good health drop there because he didn't. There's some checks that he didn't do that Teto has done, like Ice Palace. Well, that's all four of our swords now.
And I'm sure the runners are relieved to know that they'll be doing Tempered Silver Ganon.
Yep. Any type of Master Sword Ganon, even with silvers, is a slog.
And yes, I agree with chat that Olive probably just wasn't thinking about the hammer.
Maybe he's used to having a sword there, like the Temper Sword, because of the longer reach.
Oh, and with chat talking about how Olive probably has the lead at this point, which I would agree with, despite spending all that time fighting Aga. It's also worth noting that Teto is still out of logic and has been for more than an hour.
And it's still basically biting him in the butt.
Well, if he had just remembered to check Pyramid Ledge. At least we know Pyramid Fairy doesn't have anything.
Yep, since we just need the boots, and desert is one of those 5-6 crystals, and I believe we have an item at Trina.
Yep, because we've seen the map and the compass. Teto taking a safety exit there. Oh no, he's gone a mirror altogether. Wonder where he's going.
Well, he does need. Well, he doesn't have Ice Rod, so he can't go after Trinax.
Is he gonna dip Swamp?
He hasn't gone to Mire yet, so that would be a no. Is he finally gonna check Pyramid Ledge?
Yeah, just regarding chat, he could dip Swamp if he wanted to, he just wouldn't be able to go to the back.
So decent enough. Trinax fights on Olive's side. Trinax becomes 0 next. And what does he have? Just a piece of one of their hearts. So, okay. Catfish incoming, possibly? Or maybe Swamp?
Well... Oh, Teto's trying to save his portal, which is going to be... No. Saving the portal doesn't help him because he'll need to be at the top of Dark Death Mountain to go into Hookshot Cave to get his Ice Rod.
I think he might have just realized that.
Oh, he's going into Mire hoping he finds the Ice Rod here. He'll find the flippers.
Unfortunately, has to burn a potion just to use the Quake Medallion.
So where's Scaryolive gonna go now? Well, there are a couple of hearts. That'll help him. And Tempered Sword Cold Stare should make life a lot easier for him than it was for Teto. No, he's going... Is he going to do swamp?
That seems like the likely play. If he's going south, then yeah, that's a yes.
Oi, really? Pendant swamp ahead of crystal ice?
Well, it's what, 6 items versus 3 items?
Well, 7 if you count what Sahasrara has. That would be evil, boots on Sahasrara, by the way.
Well, we already had a vanilla ped. How about a vanilla Sahas?
On the bright side, Teto's back in logic.
Let's see, first chest, and swamp was just the map.
Scaryolive stream to make sure he didn't mismark his tracker, and he didn't, so he knows full well he's in a pendant dungeon.
And he should be able to tell once he stepped in, because the music would have tipped him off.
You'd be surprised how many runners don't notice the music.
That is true. I mean, key sanity that changes the music up. Also, map and compass sanity.
Yes, map and compass sanity is actually a potential setting for Game 2 in this match. I don't know whether the losing runner will want to use it, but they can.
It's a nice little wrinkle, nice little middle ground between normal, open, and the more trolliness of key sanity.
Scaryolive finally gets his 8th heart container. I realize heart container mode isn't a thing, but I feel like you really want to have the first row full by the time you get to Ganon.
And that is usually for NMG it's 11 hearts, but you can always skip out on the Sank heart and do 10.
Wouldn't NMG have 13 hearts facing Ganon if you skip the Sank heart?
Dang it, my math's off. Oops. I just thinking of 7 crystal dungeons. I forgot about the 3 pendant.
Oh. Teto is on to his nice Silver Arrow Vitreous fight.
Yet another blink and you miss it, and Viddy is down.
Crystal count. The difference is, if Scaryolive does find boots here, he can go mode ice. While Teto has to march all the way back through Turtle Rock once he gets the ice rod.
Ah, nice vanilla big key and swamp.
So we've actually only seen 2 items so far, so... Between the big chest and the back, there are 4 more items.
And Teto's gonna follow in Scaryolive's footsteps. This is good and bad, I guess.
And then the joke will be on them and Catfish has the boots.
Nope, it was in big chest, so that left side swamp
Oh.
wasn't necessary. So at 128.37, Scaryolive is in go mode.
Okay, so he can quickly finish off Desert, quickly finish off Skullwoods, and go mode Ice Palace, which is pretty quick too if you make the bomb jump.
And not have too many issues with that. Hopefully.
The issue is just going to be his heart container shortage. Cold Stare will give him 1.
But everything else were in out of the way chest, which we're assuming that he's not gonna check.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Lanmo will have a heart on him. But yeah, at this point, he's not going to check Bombos tablet. He's not going to get the other heart container out of ice. He does have red mail, whereas the NMG run has green mail, even if it has 13 hearts. So what is it? Ganon Hugs take 4 hearts with red mail, so he could afford 1 Ganon Hug?
Silver Arrows Landmo. Well, he missed one, but it's gonna be still gonna be pretty quick. Okay, not too psycho. There's a commentator's curse on my part.
Or maybe that Landmo's just misbehaving. And that was the compass, so we will never know what item was in the big chest. Oh, and I just realized Teto didn't do left side, so he doesn't have the big key, so he can't get the boots.
Ah, Teto. But let's be fair, going to left side is a kind of a slog, but you should really be doing that when you're still looking for items, and Swamp is a pendant.
Especially when you find a dungeon item in the first chest, so you know that chances are left side is going to have something.
And then you see the other dungeon item in the waterfall chest. So chat, it is an hour and 32 minutes into this race. I just posted some links in the chat. Please follow runners. They've been putting on this great race for you guys today. Also, please follow Jurassic1, my co-commentator, and our tracker, Slowpoke316. Don't follow me. I don't actually stream.
Follow him anyway. It's good for morale. So what does Argus have on him? The all-important net. Let's hope Teto goes back in and does left side rather than running over to Sahasrara. Yes, he is.
Well, technically, he'd be walking over to Sahasrara.
True.
Well,
Of
maybe
course
after a mirror and flute.
Since he doesn't have the ice rod yet and doesn't know that it's in Hookshot Cave. Oh, and down goes Moth on Scaryolive's side.
Yeah, very quick moth fight. No
Sahasrara
trolliness
before
from the
going back
smite.
up Death Mountain. So on to Go Mode Ice Palace we are.
One of the more ideal dungeons to go mode, since it only take what, 2-3 minutes tops, something like that. As opposed to like the 5-6 minutes to full clear it. So just a little recap of this race. The bow was very early in Lost Woods, as I recall. Lamp was an uncle. There was a glove in the back escape, but the other glove was in the first chest of pod. Difference maker was that Teto did a fake flipper, got his hammer out of Waterfall Fairy, but Scaryolive waited for the logic to get the flippers out of Mire. I know it seems a little, I'm going a little out of order, but it's that out of order-ness that Teto made a mistake. Also, Teto made a mistake of forgetting the hookshot at Pyramid Fairy, just what's costing him a little bit of time. As well, Ice Rod is in the first chest of Hookshot Cave. Yeah, sorry, I meant Pyramid Ledge, not Pyramid Fairy.
So Teto's about to be 3 crystals behind temporarily. And since he's not in go mode, he's, I guess, gonna check this chest. So we will find out what's in it.
If it's the mushroom, I will... Nope, not mushroom. Never mind.
It's money because the seed hasn't given us enough money yet. And down goes Cold Stare, which is Scaryolive's 7th crystal, so we know what that makes a time for.
Alright, Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game. Chat, please put a number between 1 and 22. Guess where the Ganon's Tower Big Key will be. What is your usual guess, Drosy?
My usual guess is 10. I see no reason to deviate from it. I think someone just put in 25. Someone else put in 23. Someone put in 8 factorial. That would be really awful.
Well, I won't mention that triple digit thing that somebody posted, but my usual guess is 22.
Well, triple digit, that is actually the number of viewers right now. Oh, and Teto's not gonna be able to one-cycle Landmo either. But he gets the two-cycle.
Also, a shout out to Shaq. I can't really pronounce that. Gives gifts a tier 1 gift set to Cat Stoppered, and 4 others. Oh, it awards also 4 emotes to chat. Sorry, be right back.
So, any final guesses? Because Scaryolive is about to enter Ganon's tower, as Teto now makes his way up to Mothula. And nothing much going on in Hope Room, which also forces left side.
Alright, I'm back.
You didn't mess anything in Hope Room. There's a key on Bob's torch, though. Nice to see the boots being used for something.
So, no Bob this seed, as you can see how I chatted, put a emote in chat. That's what Bob looks like. During the randomizer phase, one of the sprites one of the anti-fairy sprites got distorted during randomizer, and well, the devs loved it, and we just nicknamed it Bob.
Oh, and Scaryolive's going Dark Magician. Dark Magician seems to be kind of in vogue these days.
I'm not sure if that's Dark Magician or Pink Magician, because I can't remember how one of our previous runners, Pink Kitty Rose, did the side switching.
Moth down on Teto. Oh, and Scaryolive gets wall mastered.
Yeah, Olive needs a helping hand, but I don't think that's what he wanted, what he had in mind.
At least with that half magic, he still has plenty of fire rod shots left. So where's Teto? Oh, he's checking Bonk Rocks and probably King's Tomb.
It's not a bad play. It's unfortunately the play that he shouldn't. That we know it's not gonna work out for him.
Yeah, ultimately his fatal choice was just not getting hookshot off the pyramid until very late in the game.
And he had quite a few opportunities at it too.
Oh, and Scaryolive is doing full right, which is not something you see incredibly often.
Oh, and Teto's getting a slight troll with that mushroom at Kingston, but you know, Witch is close by, so it's not a big deal.
So we've seen 11 checks.
Just a piece of heart at the witch, and number 12 is gonna be Ether.
Maybe he'll use it in the gauntlet just for some swag. It's actually pretty useful in the gauntlet.
But wouldn't Bombos be better in this case? $15 down. Sorry, go ahead.
Which one runs faster?
Sorry, what runs faster?
Between Bombos and Ether, which one takes less time to execute?
Yeah,
Oh, no. I'm just seeing what Teto's doing.
Yeah, I see it too, and well, if this is what he's doing, then I'm assuming a catfish check as well. I mean, they're not bad plays because you don't want to have to go up the mountain, check hookshot cave, which is the right idea, and then have to go back down to find whatever item you're looking for, and then, you know, but we just know it's not the right play.
Well, Scaryolive's out of magic. So we've now seen 16 checks. Yeah, Fire Snake Room is going to be 17.
Which is our big key. 17's our
There we
winner.
go. Alpaca, congratulations. And Ambolt. And Atkoyu. Wow, we got a lot of 17s there. I can't actually scroll all the way back, so if anyone guessed 17 really quickly, I apologize. I can't see you in the scroll back.
Yeah, I can't do it either. This scroll back blocked us. So wow, Teto is gonna finally go to Hookshot Cave and get his ice rod. Scaryolive's gonna start up the gauntlet. So named because we have these fun little rooms to get through. First we got enemies on conveyor belts, and then circular conveyor belts.
Yeah, nothing like a BMOS going around a circular conveyor belt.
That BMOS is not playing nice with the Scaryolive. And meanwhile, at 147.24, Teto's finally in go mode.
Scaryolive onto land mode 2. Nope, shoots his arrow too early again, and that threw him a bit off course.
Still, he gets 2-cycle this time around though, which is good.
That was actually a pretty sweet 2-cycle given how many sword slashes were involved.
to the land moves, the wizard moves, which are dirt easy with the Cane of Samaria, plus some guards that are not much of a nuisance.
And Scaryolive conserving his magic here with the lamp.
Probably to the surprise of no one, Scaryolive not gonna check these other chests. He has all that he needs and knows that pedestal is just a vanilla sword.
And he finally got enough health while he was opening chests in the basement.
Yeah, he had a scary amount of health for much of the game.
But yes, 12 hearts and red mail should be no problem health-wise with Ganon.
And the preceding trigonometry professor, Agnum 2.
While Teto is working on the second of Trinex heads now.
Nice triple on the Scaryolive side.
And Trinex explodes here for Teto's 7th crystal.
And Agnum 2 is down with the 301 or 3102. Now, time for a pig roast.
Wonder what Teto has to be thinking, because you're an hour 50 in, you gotta feel really behind, but your opponent hasn't done yet.
He might be thinking he still has a chance. And meanwhile, Ganon programming that he's gonna win and show off his might to all his monsters. We know that's not gonna happen.
Let's see if we can get a 1 cycle here on the phase 2. Looks like he did. Yup.
Yes, that beautiful use of the cape really helped.
And phase 2 is where, if there's any way possible, you really want to 1 cycle it and just get it done with.
Yeah, the fire bats are very trolly and very damaging. You don't want to deal with that for too long. Not that the teleport phase isn't its own type of trolling.
Silver, his one true weakness. And Scary nicely gets the torch glitch there.
Yeah, he decided to be a little conservative and not try to attack him at first shot. And there you go, 4 silver arrows and the pig is down. Get your GG's in chat for Scaryolive, who has a scary walk across the bridge coming up next.
And Scaryolive walks across the bridge with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 53 minutes, and 8 seconds. So GG's. He is now a mere 1 win away from being guaranteed a spot in brackets.
So we will get Scaryolive in chat eventually, but first he's gonna talk with our French restream, Speed Gaming Francais, twitch.tv Speed Gaming Francais first.
Meanwhile, Teto also tried Dark Magician or Pink Magician. I don't actually remember. But did not go full right after that, so he's going back on left. And after several rooms, we'll get to the Fire Snake chest. Is. So Teto picks up his big key, mirrors out. He will be heading up to the gauntlet. No, what's he doing? Doing?
I don't know what he's doing. Teto?
I assume this is part of a forfeit, but I don't know.
Looks like he stopped this timer because, yeah, look at the sprite. It looks like the sprite's sleeping.
Ah, so that was it. His prayer position is sleeping and he wanted to freeze like that. I see how it is. So, yes, I guess.
Like, well, considering the delay, it's safe to say that yes, Teto had forfeit from the race.
Let's see if we can get him in here, though. My understanding is he's going... Yep. That sounds like we have Teto in here.
GG's, Teto?
Yeah, greetings, GG's. I thought a nap time would be the perfect ending for this seed, in my opinion.
Got it. Yes, well, as you probably figured out, it kind of came down to that hook shot.
Yeah, I mean, I sequence break the hammer. I thought, yeah, you skipped Aga 1. If he does it, he gets the progression there. It might be the flippers. I'm gonna skip them and just concentrate on the left side Dark World. And yeah, after coming back there, the mids and pot might be enough. Just move out and do something else. And coming back later for the next puzzle pieces. And yeah, it was a hook shot in the end.
And we also have Scaryolive in here. GG.
Thank you. Hello. GG to Teto for this quite a weird seed.
Yeah, I Scaryolive, GG's to you for the win.
Yeah, you showed us what the seed looks like if you follow logic, and Teto showed us what it looks like if you sequence break.
Yeah. Well, you know, the funny thing is I usually do fake flippers if I have the Moon Pearl and the money for Zora, but I was like, in my mind, I was already ready to save and quit because I didn't have the Moon Pearl at the ice cave. And when I saw the Moon Pearl, it was too late. My fingers were already gone. And then at the end, I just like felt like, you know, it's so like I don't have Dark World access. It's gonna be this. I didn't go for it. And when I saw the hammer, like 1 hour later, I felt so behind because I knew Teto. I watched the two SNT races and I saw he did it twice, I think. So I knew it was something he used to do. So I was like, oh, then he has the hammer since a long time. And all my trouble in Dark World was hammer. Like I didn't want to go into Thieves Town because I didn't have the hammer. All the loop I did around because I didn't have the hammer. So I felt like, oh, I'm in trouble. So that's why I just went straight to. I tried to skip ice and pray that it's not there, because if it was in ice, I was losing. I felt.
Yeah, man.
So is that why you went into swamp before ice?
Yep, I felt like I needed, because I knew that he didn't have done Aghanim probably, and so that meant like I need to find a 3-minute time save, and where is that? Go mode ice. So if it's in ice, I felt like I was losing anyway. So I was like, okay, I gotta avoid ice and try to find it anywhere else. And like I felt I was losing also if it was on Obo and on the island, so I didn't went for those. And I tried to do Turtle Rock because it doesn't lose you time to do Turtle Rock in go mode or not go mode. But then after that, I felt like, okay, I need to go swamp because that's my only winning play.
You know, I always hoped I would find the flippers somewhere so I could imagine that they aren't in Port or Pyramid Ledge or Catfish. But they never showed up, and it was too late. I needed them for the hookshot, and I needed the hookshot for the flippers this way. It was, not my kind of seed in this particular situation.
Yeah, and then you gambled with the back of swamp too, unfortunately.
Yeah, my last hope was that the Ice Ward wouldn't be an Ice Ward cave, because that way Scaryolive would have cleared all of it in one go. And I just thought maybe with the lucky boots now he might skip left side swamp and just go mode it. And perhaps the Ice Ward is on Green Pendant or Pyramid Ferry. And this way there was my only chance this late in the seed to get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really just a crazy item combination.
Oh yeah. When you knew the boots were like, I felt bad because I think I went 2 times into Skullwoods, not Skullwoods but Desert, and I left an item on Armos Knights also, and if it's there, that's the problem. But the hammer really was a big problem for me. I'm gonna do fake flippers from now on.
Well, it was lucky that the hammer was there, but in the end I skipped 3 major items on Whiteside Death Mountain, and yeah, that was the scary part.
Yeah, and then you also had to, once you're out of logic, you have to remember things like, okay, the hammer is locked by the flippers, which is locked by the hookshot, and the boots were locked by all 3 of them, so therefore,
Yeah, at first I thought I hoped for the flippers on the white side. And after every item I knew there might be flippers or hookshot and so on, and yeah, just checked it too late. But I knew what I thought, if Scaryolive was going for Aghanim 1, he would have taken the item anyway, and yeah, this would have been too late after 1 hour 10, 20-ish, something like this.
Oh, so Teto, have you given any thought yet to settings for your second race?
I'm not 100% sure right now. I think our next race is Thursday, so maybe I will decide it later or tomorrow, but I will let you know, Scaryolive.
No problem. Take your time. Get yourself rested from this, and then clear-headed choice.
Yeah, I will whisper you via Discord.
Yeah, no problem.
And we'll wait to see it show up on the schedule then.
But I think right now I might just change nothing and play another open.
That's also an option.
Yeah, some of those modes are like not super fun to play, so I would not complain if it stays.
I think, do I gain any advantage if I change something? And I'm not quite sure if there will be any option for this. So we will see.
You have anything to add, Seryu?
Nope. Just GG's to both of you. Thanks for having the great race.
Yeah, thanks for you for the commenting, the tracking, Slowpoke in there. I see you. Thanks for Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming French
And-
also. Everybody out there, nice work.
Yeah, thanks a lot
Oh,
for
right. And
getting this up and commentating and tracking this whole race. GG's once again, Scaryolive. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. It's gonna be fun again. Always nice to race new people.
Yeah, at least international. I'm not that known for.
Yeah, well, I'm the same. I'm more like in the French community, and I feel like you're more in the Dutch community. So it's like a
Yeah, and in the German one. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. That's great.
yeah, so it's a intra community matchup.
And this is a good time to plug all channel as well as the Speed Gaming Francais channel, and they both are restreaming link to the past randomizer matches as available, so do check them out in addition to following this channel and Speed Gaming 2 through 6, which are our various English broadcast channels.
As well as ALTTP Randomizer and ALTTP Randomizer 2 through 6, I believe.
But yes, we're actually going to have a race tonight on ALTTP Randomizer. We haven't had one in a few days, so it'll be nice to get back over there. 8:30 p.m. tonight, Eastern, featuring Kern versus Trank in the Battle of the Qs. And in the meantime, if you want more races this afternoon, we've got on Speed Gaming 2, Jay Meisher versus ago, and here on the main Speed Gaming channel, we will have Gerdo versus Dr. Marty at 3:20, so in about 45 minutes.
And then 7:20 at Speed Gaming 3, we have Zelda Disson versus Aussie 101. And then Speed Gaming 4, same time, Etienne versus P-Train. And there's also 9:20 Sir versus This Is Not Yoho. Cadenza versus JP, 10:20. And Fear Agent versus Cutsman at 11:50.
So yeah, SG4 and ALTTP Randomizer for you. And otherwise, if you're free this afternoon, stick around here for the next race in about 45 minutes. And once again, of course, please do follow our runners. They both, stuck it out through crazy item placement today. As they've said, they're having their second match on Thursday. There will also, if necessary, be a Game 3 sometime later in the week.
On Friday.
So I guess that's everything then. And GG's once again, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah, great afternoon, everybody. See ya.
Laters all.